Analyst Ross Feingold. Ross, thank you so much for taking time on a Sunday to talk to us. Among those detained, the 67-year-old campaigner known as Grandma Wong, the opposition leader Po-ying, both of them were holding flowers. I mean, if China is trying to stop the world from remembering what happened in 1989, it's not succeeding.
That's correct. And the interesting thing about what you said is there obviously there are no protests or commemorative events in the mainland. For decades, there were in Hong Kong. This is not allowed anymore. The authorities won't issue permits for large vigils in Hong Kong. But obviously, events are occurring throughout the world. Here in Taipei, there was an event. Major capitals around the world, there'll be events. And after the protests in 2019, imposition of the national security law subsequently, there's been a lot of outbound migration from Hong Kong as well. So there are Hong Kong people who are now living in larger numbers in places like New York City or Washington, D.C. or London, Toronto, and they have events there. So the world will continue to mark this, but obviously things have significantly changed in Hong Kong. Public protest over any issue is quite limited now. There's almost little latitude where the authorities issue permits for public protest, and that it's like we're moving on separate tracks in the sense that whether it's the Chinese central government or the government in Hong Kong, they're going to implement their policies. They're not going to change what they do in response to world reaction. But outside Hong Kong, there'll be criticism. There'll probably be more sanctions on Hong Kong government officials, and we'll just keep moving along on these very separate tracks.
Ross, when you look at Hong Kong's media, do you notice a significant difference since that security law was imposed on the territory 3 years ago? There are reports that Mak Yin-ting, the former head of the Hong Kong Journalists Association, has also been arrested during this crackdown to bring those people away from those commemoration services. In terms of the space to criticize China, has it diminished severely?
Yeah, I mean, we're not going to see kinds of personal directed criticism, about, we're not going to see the same investigative reporting or criticism about the leadership, not only in the central government in Beijing, but also the Hong Kong government as well. We're not going to see investigative reporting about their finances, for example, by Hong Kong media. And we're certainly not going to see criticism about this lack of a public space anymore. And we're not going to see that in the Hong Kong media. On the other hand, and this is very similar to some other countries around Asia, and it's probably where the Hong Kong government takes its lessons from, there's factual reporting. So if you look at the Hong Kong media today, I mean, there'll be factual reporting that people were, in fact, detained for holding up a candle. So we'll get this kind of very dry, unemotional reporting of what transpired. But as you said, it does not come with the criticism that existed previously.
Ross, really appreciate it. As I said, take care. Enjoy the rest of your Sunday. Ross Feingold in Taipei.
Thank you.